A red book and everything.
Hi, everybody.
What's up?
Jesus is back, in case you couldn't tell. We have Scraps hiding off camera.
I was given a wonderful opportunity to go to West Virginia for a vacation, and it was fantastic.
So, we're still trying to exorcise the demons known as the West Virginia Tourist Bureau out of our friend here.
There's nothing wrong with me. It was a
Bishop,
fantastic trip.
Yeah.
I highly recommend it.
do you want to address... No? Okay. You know what? No, let's...
I want an address, a return address. Send him back.
No.
After everything we went through to get him out of there? Well, anyway, boys and girls, this is From One Side to the Other. I am Kristoff N. Chester, and tonight we're going to be talking about dragons and mythology and legends about them. But before we do that, got a little surprise for everybody. We got a new Fuego box, not sponsored. Everybody, not sponsored.
Yet.
Oh, we both know they're not going to touch us with a 10-foot pole.
Not with that attitude.
Anyway, though.
Just have to go to West Virginia.
You know, we're going to get a hot sauce from West Virginia someday. And, like, when we pop it open, it'll be like opening the Ark of the Covenant.
There's a little cloud of, like, dust, skull cloud that comes out of it.
Yeah, it just whispers, no. But today, I don't think we have anything from West Virginia, thankfully. But we did get a Fuego box. You going to just stand there awkwardly or getting over here?
Waiting for a cue to come in.
Get over here, Bishop.
What's funny is I
I do it every time.
What's funny is, like, I didn't even know where the Fuego box came over. And then you guys got one. And I made a hot sauce. I made something today.
Hi, Connie. Hi, Mr. Bishop. Hi, Mom. Oh, dear God in heaven, what is that?
I don't know.
That is an anger puree.
He's not wrong.
I thought we destroyed all that stuff back in West Virginia.
So I went to the store I usually go to where I get my peppers at now. Problem is they didn't have the one pepper I wanted. Well, I wanted two of them, to be honest, but they weren't there, so I had to substitute with a bunch of other ones. So there's about like 8 habaneros in there, maybe a little bit more. About 4 jalapenos and a bunch of other stuff.
Well, isn't that just lovely? It looks evil. It looks like something from West Virginia.
It looks like a Mexican made it.
Sure thing. Well, let's save that one for last, because that one's probably going to be painful.
Oh, wow. It just relegates you to the tail end of it all.
I know. Like, it has to be because I'm a Mexican.
This one is probably trash. Let's just put it at the end after our taste buds are destroyed.
It's because I'm Mexican, isn't it?
I want to point out...
It's because I'm in Mexico.
I want to point out something. When you were trapped in West Virginia, these dudes were content to have you stay there. I was the one who, and I quote, said, okay, come on, we have to save my beaner.
I don't remember you saying that. I remember just being in a corridor with a bunch of candles.
Okay, so, DJ Scraps, what do we got over there from Fuego?
Okay. So, we have a hot sauce called Down to Ferment, San Diego's finest.
Real quick, Bishop, your dad says sis says hi? Is there a sis?
My aunt. Hello. My sister. My aunt.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, you had a sister?
See, I was going to say, I didn't know that. Sean, the resident Lord of Chaos, has arrived. How lovely.
I don't know if you can see it or not. But it features a partially nude jalapeno on the front of the bottle.
Can we show that this early into a stream? You want to read the description about it while I crack it open and give it a smell and everything?
Partially nude jalapeno, everybody.
Okay, I don't know if you guys can...
Full frontal seeds.
I don't know. I'm sure you guys couldn't see it, but if any one of you has seen the movie Dogma, this pepper is literally doing the Buddy Christ pose. And that scares me, actually. Alright, let me see if I can... Here we go. Here's the scene.
Can everybody hear me okay?
Talk.
Talking, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
I think they can hear you fine, yeah.
Okay,
They
cool.
can hear you perfectly fine.
Okay, good.
The bars on the screen are moving.
All right, I'm going to...
So, owners Ryan and Chef John out of Oceanside, California, bring a unique spin to their hot sauces, fermenting their ingredients individually and combining them with kombucha instead of vinegar. That's what Shishito said captures the amazing flavors of roasted shishito peppers, yuzu citrus, and fresh shiso leaf layered with the umami of miso, shiitake, and black garlic. As is the Fuego way, Down to Ferment focuses on flavor over everything. It says it's a good hot sauce for sushi, actually.
Well, the first ingredient's a jalapeno.
Which means it's either going to be very bland or taste like grass.
Sorry, I'm still reading. They said there was no vinegar. I wanted to make sure.
All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
you never know, right?
I
Somebody hand
can,
me the Coke.
Oh!
I can promise one thing: my hot sauce don't got vinegar.
I don't know what that smells
Oh,
like,
it's not hot sauce. It's more
but it
of
is strong.
salsa.
That does smell like garlic and mushrooms.
Yeah, it's an earthy smell, but I
That
can't...
smells good.
Good earthy
I can't put my finger on it. It's just pungent and strong.
smell.
Just like me.
Kind of like you after you come home from work.
This is why we leave him in the coal mine.
Ooh, that smells good.
See, I think it might be okay, actually.
See the cap.
I think it could actually be good.
Shake that little
It
bit
doesn't
off.
smell like too hot, but who knows? Maybe it will be.
All right. You want to pass me a chip?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Oh, yeah, the
We
bishop made these chips, by the way, guys.
Clearly, we didn't have this set up or prepared. Nobody seems to know what they're doing. But yeah. Thank you.
Nothing,
What? Ever know what I'm doing?
nothing seems to be going wrong. I think we're going along good.
Give me the sauce, damn it.
Yeah, it's thick.
Hi, Tara. Tara just got here.
Hi, Tara.
Is it not coming out?
No, it's just dummy thick.
I was gonna say it's from California. It already came out.
Hey-oh!
And how?
Snap, snap.
Alrighty.
You might have put too much thing in. There is no such thing as too much. I'll stuff it.
Oh, come the hell on.
I
Okay.
actually wanted more. I couldn't get any more.
Are we ready, gentlemen? 1, 2,
Cheers.
3.
No, that's not that bad.
There's like no spice.
You know what's weird is it tastes more like a salsa than it does a hot sauce.
Yeah. There's like a sweet thing in,
Mmm.
like up front, and then there's like a sour taste.
It's kind of tangy,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, it is kind of a sweet
That
and
one
sour.
actually would go good with some sushi.
I can see it.
Time to make a sushi train run.
It's got like a nice kind of soy sauce, mushroomy garlic taste. I don't think there's any soy sauce
with
in
the
it.
mushroom
but-
balls.
Ooh. That would be good.
Just go
Yeah.
to sushi chain and have that like stuffed in our pockets.
This would go good with the eel.
That would go good with the
No,
eel,
what we
yeah.
need to do is go over there, get some, bring some back, because I'm pretty sure we're not allowed to bring any outside food or sauces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I would rather not get in trouble with the establishment. 'Cause
Again?
we don't speak about what happened.
The tragic and horrifying. Oh, mother of pearl!
What did I say? We don't
I
talk about
forgot.
that.
I forgot what good of a right hook he has actually. All right, so scores.
I would give that one a good like 9 out of 10.
Same.
Honestly,
Like, there's no spice to it, but it's something.
that's the
That
thing.
would-
Is it doesn't really need spice.
No, it's something that would go good with just like add flavor to the dish.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. It's definitely flavorful.
6. I like it, but not the best we've had. Yeah, something with sushi, fish. Yeah. I guess 7. 7 out of 10.
See, I feel conflicted because as a hot sauce, I have to say it's actually kind of bad. because it doesn't have any spice or heat at all, which is, to be fair, the point. I mean, I know everyone in the chat right now is disappointed that I'm not writhing in agony.
Not yet.
Yet, being a key word there. But
It's the best part when we do hot sauce tastings.
as a sauce in general, I want that on like everything. I love that stuff. I'd honestly give that a 9 or a 10,
Well,
honestly.
that's the thing. It's a hot sauce. It's a sauce.
It's a regular sauce. It's not a hot sauce though.
One of the few good hot sauces that's come out of California.
Oh, hands down. One of the few good things that have come out of California.
Well,
But-
we're not. Come on, let's be honest. A ghost pepper came out of California. That's pretty good.
True. But I didn't say it was one of the only things. I said it was one of the few things.
Help me out here, Bishop.
There is a list. It's a short list, but it is a list.
It is a short list.
What's the next one we got going on? Oh dear.
A or B?
I like the name on that one.
What is that?
All right. We have the Hell's Kitchen hot sauce. Taco Cat.
Taco Cat, which backwards spells...
Mediocrity.
I hate you so much.
Gordon Ramsay.
I don't think that's actually sanctioned by Gordon Ramsay. I think that's just a hot sauce company that happened to use the same name, which is legal to do.
I cannot find the seam.
That's what she said.
Of course, then again, I haven't
You wanna
actually
take a shot
read I haven't actually read the card yet. So, all right, Hell's Kitchen hot sauce, Taco Cat. These days, the West Side Manhattan neighborhood of Hell's Kitchen is home to a vibrant and ethnically diverse community of proud New Yorkers. So, it's named after the actual Hell's Kitchen in New York, not Gordon Ramsay's wannabe,
Boot
fancy
camp
restaurant.
thing. Yeah.
He makes
I-
good food.
I disagree with that. I think Gordon Ramsay has his head so far up his own ass that he thinks he makes good food.
You know what's funny? XIV, our buddy over in the UK, hates Ramsay with a passion. Like, no, you can't even mention him.
Is
He
it because
gets
he
it.
uses seasoning and everyone else over there doesn't.
No, apparently it's because he's a complete fake.
Yeah.
And, like, he wouldn't know actual European cooking if it walked up and kicked him in
I
his
don't think he
testicles.
would actually know good cooking if it, walked up and kicked him in the nuts.
By the way, that's a quote. He wouldn't know European cooking if it walked up and kicked him in the testicles.
Because, like...
It's evil, isn't it?
Because the thing is, like, everything for him, every, like, food truck he goes to, every restaurant he goes to, has to turn into some, like, weird French-style cooking. There's no grilling.
It's modern.
No, it's garbage. I will take a crappily plated, like, pile of chicken and potatoes over, $30 piece of steak that's just wrapped in bacon and nothing else.
I loosened it for you.
You're just not having a good night, are you, Bishop?
Anyway, specializing in chef-driven artisan hot sauces meant to be paired with food, owner Ron Menon draws much of his inspiration from his many years living, working, and playing in New York City. Taco Cat is a fresh and vibrant reimagining of traditional taco sauces born in Mexico and served in grab-and-go joints on the streets of New York. The use of orange habanero gives it more punch than the traditional sauces would carry, and fresh garlic, fresh herbs, cumin, garden-fresh bell peppers, and fresh squeezed lemon and lime juices give it a greater degree of depth that is both versatile and addictive. So
There's
drugs
cocaine
this.
in there.
I was going to say, there's a joke in there.
I am excited for this one.
I am kind of excited, especially now that I know that it's not actually Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
By the way, you can't see it, but I did massive air quotes.
Oh, my. Jesus, are you okay?
The vinegar really brings out the tomato.
Like, you were just,
Ooh.
like, going into a meditative state there, dude.
God, that smells like a brick house chili. Let's sniff it again. With that frame of mind.
Quit hogging
We're
the
going to
smell.
be here a little while, folks.
That cumin is strong. Ooh, you can even smell the cumin on this little dot that I put on here.
This one isn't dummy thick. It's thick, but not dummy thick.
Yeah, it's thick, but... Oh.
It's,
Oh, whoa, that does smell like a chili.
See, I like chili.
Yeah, not as thick as the other one.
Got a really cool artwork on it.
Oh, This smells good. The last one smelled really good too.
Ooh! Oh, wow. This brings back memories of the Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
dear.
It does smell like Wiener Schnitzel. That's weird.
Also on its little cat. But
Really cute art, I think.
I do. Actually, you know what? Screw the chip. Can somebody hand me a chunk of beef there?
Well, trying to get you.
Biggest chunk you can find.
That's what I'm trying for.
Yes. Sweet.
You know,
You're good. Your hands are shaking there.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine.
all right, boys and girls.
That smells good.
You
One,
still just smell the vinegar and the tomato.
1,
2, 3.
Oh, that is dope. Ah, it tastes like Joseph's chili.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Nah.
You gotta try it on something other than a chip.
Meh.
There's a tiny bit of spice, but it's very, very tiny.
There is
There's no spice.
a spice.
There's no spice.
It's
And it
sweet.
does taste
That's
like chili,
flavorful,
but
though.
it's like a sweet chili. Not quite yours. But it
Yeah.
smells like Wiener Schnitzel. And it
it's not
tastes
very
like-
spicy, but that is. I actually really like that one.
I do too. That's like a nice brown sugar chili.
This is gonna be a good cooking sauce,
Yeah.
I think.
The best way to describe it is like a chili, like the Hormel chili you get in a can, the spicy one. Just a tiny bit of
He
spice.
said horrible.
Jesus.
Huh.
The Black Lily is asking for your birthday and your favorite color.
Black and April 22nd. I'm
Did you get
also
that?
a 90s baby. Yay, 90s.
I was born in '88, so I'm in that weird limbo of not quite the '80s, but still not the '90s yet. But anyway, the next one is one I'm actually looking forward to because I actually really like this brand.
I like the name of the bus sauce.
All right. The Spicy Shark Original Habanero Sauce.
Now, we have had spicy shark before from this company, but this is a different one they've made.
Yeah, this is a different one.
It's a very,
Hey,
it's a
Joseph?
very angry
Joseph?
orange.
I don't know, dude. We pulled him out of a black hole, and he is just all the sass for you in particular.
Is that something they taught you in West Virginia, how to open up hot sauces?
No, that's something I got from my genetics.
Alrighty. See, like I said, I really like Spicy Shark as a brand. So,
Oh, carrot.
carrot.
Yeah, the last one had carrot in it too. The one from the other Spicy Shark.
So how
the
are
last
they?
one was a
Apple?
weird mint sauce.
Yeah.
There's bell pepper, carrot, onion, apple, habanero pepper, lemon pepper, banana, garlic. Huh.
Banana.
Yeah, did not expect that.
Well, what does it say?
Sorry to interrupt.
What's going on, Kristoff?
Stop putting things on my head!
Well, there's vegetable juice, but they only added that for the color.
To give it that weird kind of...
That's a really nice orange.
Yeah? No, I agree. But,
But banana, though?
see, like I said, I'm kind of looking forward to it because I really liked the
See,
other
the
Spicy
last
Shark.
one, the last one that we got from the Spicy Shark actually used mint, but it was actually really well done. So
I think I remember that one.
yeah, it was a really good spaghetti sauce.
Anyway, though.
Yeah. Spicy Shark Original Habanero. Original Habanero is the original Spicy Shark recipe that gave founder Gabe the confidence to start his company in 2018. This vibrant sauce is a combination of Gabe and his sister Adriana's family recipe, perfected in his kitchen in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. So we're going like super northeast.
This is...
The bold flavor of habanero is tempered with the sweetness of carrot and ginger, delicately balanced, but with a great white bite.
very vegetal.
It's weird, because this one of the three so far doesn't smell the best, but this one might be the best.
Which one has this
taste-wise.
one have the best, like the most hot heat out of the three?
I'm guessing it's probably going to.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
Ah!
Oh, mama.
See, I know you're not a big fan of it, but I actually really freaking like this
No, I
one.
don't like that.
See,
It's like generic taco sauce, but like with just like a slight added like something extra, and I'm not sure what it is, but I really like it.
This one is not thick at all.
See, I like both of the ones we've had so far.
I can tell you this, the one I made ain't thick at all either.
This one's about as thick as my dating prospects.
Non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
Save.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Hallmark's Day.
And it has a shark breathing fire on it.
Happy over-commercialized Singles Awareness Day.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
3,
Cheers.
2, 1.
3. That's very sweet.
Yeah. No spice.
No spice. This is a very mild.
No, there's fires.
Oh,
This will go
God.
with some chicken. And some some white rice. Ooh, some Spanish rice.
Actually, no, this would be really good with salmon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a good fish sauce.
Yeah.
With some white rice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're right there. It's like right at the end.
it's like a very, very slight burn.
No, there's a spice. It's not horrible, but it's definitely the spiciest of the three you've had so far.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad though. Very sweet sauce.
Score. We forgot to score the other one, too.
Oh, the chili? That I would give
That's a
9
good,
out of 10.
Yeah, it's a good like 8 out of 10 for me.
This one, I'll give it an 8. The fucking cat thingy, I'll give it a 1.
Wow.
I don't like it.
The chili, I'm going to give another 8. The shark, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of disappointed with it. I'm going to give it a 4 because it's actually is kind of burning. And it had a
It's
very...
a hot sauce. Of course, it's burning.
He was complaining earlier that the hot sauce wasn't a hot sauce.
I know.
As a
Now
hot-
that's a hot sauce. He's complaining that's a hot sauce.
You just can't win with
As
it.
a hot sauce...
I think
As a
he's
hot
the
sauce,
trip of West
it-
Virginia.
No, I don't. As a...
Attitude.
Stop it!
Get a bit of a change.
Being demonically possessed by aliens that want to probe you is not of good change.
One, I wasn't possessed by anything.
Change.
Oh, that's the part you object.
Change doesn't have to be good. Change just
And
has to
hey,
be
just
change.
because they wanted me to probe them doesn't mean it was a bad thing.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I bet. All right.
Them.
We have one more thing here, though.
Rating for me for this, I agree with Kristoff. It's a little disappointing, especially compared to the other spicy shark we had. 6.
I would give it a good solid 6 too. I think.
I do like it better than the first one we tried, the sushi sauce. My favorite was the chili one.
I gotta agree with the Bishop on this one. The chili sauce is probably my favorite one, but that sushi sauce is definitely a close second.
Oh,
That
dear.
one's gonna be good to
I will
sneak into the sushi restaurant.
Yeah.
I'm going to say I do think this might be my favorite box that we've gotten because all 3 of them were actually not terrible.
Yeah, they all 3 have been good.
Oh, yeah. I'm scared of this thing because that looks like...
He's stirring.
That doesn't look like a sauce at all. That looks like a frothy drink.
Are you gonna chug it after we
Fuck
chug it?
no. I brought it here for you guys.
I would love to see you check it.
Well, you gotta eat it too.
Well, I was eating it on an hour after I was done cooking it,
I'll
man.
give you $1 to chug the whole thing.
Fuck no.
Oh,
Don't get me wrong. I've done stupid shit. Yeah, go ahead. For less, but
All right, let's try this stuff out.
may I hold it up and?
Yeah, let's see this. This is Jesus's own personal creation.
Whoa,
Let me get...
that does not smell bad. It smells spicy.
I'm scared.
I'm not.
it's good.
Oh,
My sister thought it wasn't spicy, so
that's nice. Good heavens. All right.
All right.
On 3.
3, 2, 1, go.
2, 3. Oh, God.
I need to go wash my hands real quick because it dripped all over my hand, but that's pretty good.
Hmm.
I would. There's no
There's spice.
Not really spicy though.
There's spice. Not
Oh, God.
not too bad. Is that my Coke? You got Coke, right? It tastes really good. That tastes really good. I'd say it's about as spicy as the shark.
Yeah, that's the reaction I was trying to get.
Maybe.
The nice thing about it is it's a build-up burn.
It
It's
does-
not an instantaneous, just like ants in your mouth kind of burn, but it's there, but it slowly ramps up.
It lingers. It's actually really good.
I can see it lingers.
Only if I was able to get like 2 ghost peppers.
I'd say like if you could probably like take it and cook it down a little bit more, get some of the water out.
Okay,
But it's not bad.
they're all full of shit. So much so. Oh, this is angry bees in your mouth. Oh,
All right, I got a little bit more like the meat.
Mm-hmm.
It is spicy. It's not.
It's very good. Very like
next time I'm leaving you in West Virginia, for fuck's sake.
kind of like the restaurant style, but like a little bit more like
It's not going away, folks.
more peppery. I would say.
It doesn't even taste like anything. It literally just feels like I'm being stung in my mouth.
It does linger.
Jesus, I hate you.
No,
You know.
Oh, laugh it up, Mr. Bishop. Laugh it up.
I think it's good. Personally, I'm going to take this with that and mix just a tiny bit of this in.
Well, I brought this for you guys, so I have a ton at home.
So, yeah.
That is really good, actually.
Be good, be good on a breakfast burrito.
Oh,
it
so I wasn't on channels.
No, I wouldn't.
Or a,
I think that would be good with the hamburger and potato hash here. And it is spicy. I do take it
actually,
back.
you know what this would be really good for? I think, like completely just
Cleaning rust off a car?
Really good for like a Mongolian style barbecue. You know,
You got a buddy of mine.
I agree. Give it to the Mongolians. It'll keep them away from the wall.
I got a buddy of mine. He can make some really, really spicy hot sauce.
Really spicy.
I do take it back. That is the spiciest one we've had. Today.
That is one of the nastiest we've ever had.
Fuck you, this shit's delicious.
It doesn't taste like anything. It tastes like ants stinging your mouth.
Not
Wow,
my fault, you're too much of a baby.
You invited him on the show in good faith, brought him back from the brink of the void, just to insult the man's salsa.
I gotta stab you.
This man said that we had to save him, and the
And
first
look
thing
what
he
it got
does when
me.
he brings them back from the brink of possession is, oh, this is the most garbage thing we've ever had on this show.
I went out of my way to make you a sauce to show my thanks, and you insult me?
Okay, first of all,
you don't insult
You're
another
no
man's
longer
sauce.
invited to the carne asada.
You don't insult another man's sauce. That's like hitting below the belt. The culinary belt.
I'm the Prince of Darkness. Of course I'm going to fight dirty. No. Look, Jesus. You're my buddy. I love you, bro.
I don't think there's
That is not...
I don't think there's any walking back from that.
It doesn't taste like anything. It literally...
You have to dip your chip in.
I
You
did.
didn't get any of the meat.
Here, let me dip one for you.
Yeah. Get him a good.
Not part of the show, folks.
Get him a good dip and chip.
I'm not consenting to this.
See, it lingers. It's still burning my mouth.
And I'm out of freaking coat.
There you go.
You're joking, right?
Oh! Bro, I put like 8 garlics, half an onion,
Don't be a little baby man.
3 tomatoes.
Mr. Bishop is asking if our farts are going to ignite on fire
3
now.
tomatoes,
Look at
and
this.
then
I can see the seed spelling. Fuck
think
you.
8 No, it was 7 of the green tomatoes, and then
No one should...
jalapenos,
I don't want to hear anyone ever say that I am not a good friend because I'm doing this.
and then
I am like the best friend anyone ever fucking asked for.
5
I'll do-
of the orange habaneros, and then about 4 of the red ones.
My hands feel like they're shaking. But my hand's not shaking.
You don't mind do. It's okay, buddy. It's weird because I've had 3 so far. The first one, not that spicy. This third one, not that spicy. But the second one was actually spicy.
You probably got some of the.
I honestly feel like I'm going to throw up.
Oh, you're fine.
Here you go.
I hope you're all laughing and having fun with this. No!
It's an orange. How are you gonna say no to an orange? It's not like I gave you the skin.
Here, Chris, I'll eat this. It'll help.
Here.
Yeah, make me a bowl of your hash, Bear. Thank you.
Did you taste anything that time?
Actually, do you mind making me a bowl, if possible?
Yeah, give me a second.
No. It's literally just pain. Cheese will help.
No taste.
Yeah, cheese will help.
No taste. No taste.
I'm not gonna get many of yours that has spice on it.
Give me some.
Oh.
What do you think of these, by the way?
Good.
Yep.
Flavor?
A little bit of it's a little. I made it like a little simply, just kind of like supplement his hash. But like we just had a bunch of potatoes left over, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw a bunch of seasonings in there and just like throw a bunch of seasonings on there and air fry them.
I bought some Japanese chili oil earlier.
You okay, buddy?
He's dying.
I'm going to die live on camera.
No, you're not.
Oh, you're
Again,
fine.
are you good, man? Your hand's like.
Someone call the baby police.
Alright.
I'm good.
Quick, what? Who's president?
An asshole.
He's not wrong.
Well, I mean that could be said for pretty much any president ever. So
Cheese for you guys. That's actually pretty good. It is spicy,
not really.
so I would use it like very sparingly.
Sparingly.
As in like
Can
not
I
as
have
much as what you're doing. A tortilla?
the first? No.
The chips?
No, the sauce.
Oh. Ah.
Put some of the taco cat on there.
Put some of my sauce on there.
Yeah, put some of your stuff.
I take that as a yes.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'll take... I literally can't think straight.
So what's the
It's-
which is the first dragon we're talking about today?
Oh,
The dragon that is going to be his butthole later today.
okay, yes.
It's seriously though, like I know you're not a big fan of it, but put a little bit of that just like on some of the beef.
You know, let me actually try that.
I'm telling you, I think in the context of the chip, it wasn't that good, but when it's paired with an actual protein, it's actually pretty nice.
You okay? Alright, here, drink some Coke.
I want to eat to try and do something about this pain. But I am sincerely afraid that everything's about to come up.
Do you want us to host the show for a minute? You... Okay.
I'm okay. I'm all right. You know, it's funny. In my notes, because I have notes prepared. Thank you, the bishop. Everybody, gonna go back to manning the cameras over there with Choopy and stuff. Wow.
So the host is not feeling the best right now.
So I want to say something first before we get into this. As a hot sauce, I have to say mission accomplished because, oh my lack of a god, this is like bringing back memories to the old D&D days, where these guys would intentionally try to kill me with capsaicin.
Remember the chips, the Doritos?
I do not.
I think... Is it worse than when we rigged the jalapeno for you?
No, it's not
I
that.
don't think there was anything that quite could kill him like that one did.
Yeah,
You know,
that was
I've been
worse,
trying.
but I would say this is a close second though.
So
This is.
a bit of a story time back in the day. So Back in the day, when we played D&D, we had a rule. If you got a net 1, you got punished for it. If you got more than one net 1 in a row, you had to eat a spicy chip. Now, the spicy chip wasn't like, the run-of-the-mill, like, spicy nacho cheese or whatever. No, we had ghost pepper chips that I had a bag of. And if any of my players got more than one net 1 in a row, they had to eat one of those. Everybody hated them. I did not. I would sit there while we were DMing, just eating the chips over and over and over, while everybody else just feared them.
No, I think you were there, Jesus.
Yeah, it was the super spicy Doritos.
Oh yeah, I took a box of those home with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, we bought a bunch.
And they discontinued them.
Because they're
Thank you, Bishop.
communist bastards.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop is the only friend I have here right now.
I am your friend. I'm just trying to get your spice
What is
tolerance.
this?
Coffee.
Milk.
We don't have milk.
Actually, the coffee would help.
This is coffee creamer.
Would coffee help?
Are you using just my coffee creamer?
It's the best thing I could find because we're out of milk.
Put a little bit of coffee in there.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, because it's cold and it's the closest to milk.
Jesus. Like I said, I will say it again. I think you did a good job for what your objective was.
Making you a delicious sauce.
No, making a very spicy, painful sauce.
It's a delicious though.
It would have to have a flavor to be delicious, Jesus.
Absolutely delicious.
There is flavor. Okay, like
If I was
spice.
trying to make something spicy, I would have gone out of my way to make sure I got like 2 ghost peppers in there, and like 3 scorpions.
I mean, personally, I'm a little bit disappointed you didn't.
I couldn't find any. I was trying.
So out of all the hot sauces we've done on the show, would you say that's the hottest you've had, Kristoff?
No, I still think the
On the
Exceedum-
show?
still think the Exceedum beats the crap out of this one.
On the show, I think that is the most painful thing I've ever done on the show.
With that being said,
That
I
is
gotta make sure I make something spicy enough to where you say it's hot.
Well, have you?
You're gonna have to work hard on that one.
I want to put something there real quick. They're sitting here saying that I don't have taste buds. I disagree. I think these two literally have scorched their mouths to the point. Look at that. It looks evil.
It looks delicious.
It is delicious, especially on this hash.
If you hold it up to your ear, it whispers, "Fuck you."
No, I'm pretty
It
sure.
wouldn't say that.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say it in English. Probably in Spanish.
How do you say "fuck you" in Spanish?
Chinga tu madre, cabrón.
Yeah, see, that's what it says.
Did the orange help?
I haven't eaten the orange yet.
Actually, can you hand me one of those little orange slices? Just
Sure.
one. Just a single slice. Watch this. This is gonna be rather silly. Take that. Take these.
So what about that one hot sauce that's coming?
Oh, yeah. Tara's in the chat. Tara, how's that hot sauce that JR promised? That would be too much for these two. Sorry, this is really good half.
Put that in the spoonful of that.
These are good potatoes too, but he did put a little bit of paprika on them.
That's oddly tasty.
They said to stop putting hot things in your mouth.
Yeah, I know, that was my
Poor
mom.
baby.
Yeah, I know, that was my dear mother. But anyway,
There's not oddly good.
Actually, yeah.
all right.
I'm gonna have to remember that for the future. Cook down some little mini orange slices in a hash like this.
Anyway, though,
No, dragons.
we are actually going to go on and talk about the show now.
Now that we've obliterated your taste buds. apparently.
Yes. So, shut up!
I'd call that a horn.
Jerkwad. Anyway, the assholes you find out here in the desert, right?
Hey man, at least they're not shooting like they do every other night right now.
Oh, yeah, they.
Yeah, you been hearing those?
Mm-hmm. Anyway. Now that everyone is disgusted by seeing me hurt myself,
Disgusted, you mean entertained?
most likely, knowing this crowd. Now, what exactly is a dragon? Dragons fall into that weird category alongside werewolves and vampires where, in a manner of speaking, every culture has their own version. And since it is Valentine's Day, we're going to actually start out talking about a saint who has ties to dragons.
Before we continue, wyverns and dragons are completely two different things.
Depending on how you talk to.
That's when they get a fucking backhand to the face. Continue.
Actually, you're correct. So, Saint George is a really weird saint.
For the Catholics? Come on. Pretty good
Well,
one there.
he's weird because we don't really have a pinpoint on where he comes from in history. He's just kind of always been talked about as like, looking into research, there are people who argue that he was based on a Roman soldier from around 100 AD. Other people argue that he wasn't around until 300. And like I said, I couldn't really actually pin this guy down. Another weird thing is he's not the patron saint of anything in particular, which is another really weird thing about him. He's kind of just a general saint of the military. I'm going to live in fear all night tonight. Anyway, he's not the patron saint of anything in particular. He's just strongly tied to the military. I'm not joking. Not an act, folks. Not an act. Anyway, though, but probably the most famous story about him is, of course, George and the Dragon. A story so famous that actually it's told 3 different times. And it's weird because the story snowballs. Now, the oldest account of it...
As most of the stories by any church.
The story...
George snowballs too.
Quiet you. The original story of George and the Dragon is around the 11th century. And it's very bare bones. But basically, the story goes that there was this dragon attacking Libya. And the people didn't know what to do. Now, George was a soldier. And he happened to be stationed nearby. And when he heard about this, that there was a dragon attacking Libya, he went there to see if he could help. Don't know why a Roman soldier would be going to Libya to help it being attacked by a dragon, but it doesn't matter because that's not the point.
Because Rome.
Basically.
Or a Roman soldier would break ranks to go do something like that. That's like being asked to be executed.
I know, right? But anyway, so...
Maybe he just wanted to go see the dragon and then, found out it was just a big lizard and was just really disappointed.
Would be.
Here's the thing that everyone gets wrong with this story. So everyone talks about George as a dragon slayer, that he just went there and kicked the crap out of it. No. Originally, when he first showed up, he actually tried to protect the dragon. He went and he saw the creature and how it was behaving, so he went to the king of Libya and said, hey, the dragon has gone mad with hunger. If you can just give it some food, it'll calm down. And so George prescribed that every day 2 sheep should be taken to the dragon. This will calm it down. Now, I mean, I don't know. Lamb's okay. I'm not a huge fan of lamb, but...
Well, they're not that big of an animal.
Well, here's the thing, though. In the oldest versions of the story, the king, he starts to think that 2 sheep a day, that's expensive. You can get a lot out of a sheep. You can get wool, you can get milk, you can get meat, you can trade it for other things. 2 sheep a day, that's expensive. You know what's not so expensive and can be lost instead? A person. So the king has this great idea. Since the sheep are valuable to him, he'll sacrifice people to the dragon. And obviously, people didn't like this idea.
Oh, it depends. What kind of people?
So the people obviously were like, we're not volunteering for this. We're not. No, we calmed it down. We gave it sheep. It's fine. So to coerce people into doing this, he claimed, we'll do it fairly. We'll have it be a vote. Everyone.
Vote for the king?
Obviously, you can't vote for the king. King is more valuable than a sheep. So
I don't know. Sheep actually serve a purpose.
hold on.
We vote for Biden. Have him get eaten by the dragon?
Anyway, oh come on, man. Anyway, though, so the first few times. No, here's the sad part. The first few times, the people agree with this and they go along with it, but they start to get frustrated because, again, the problem was solved. The dragon wasn't attacking people, and now you're sacrificing people to the dragon. The whole point was to stop the dragon from killing people.
Sounds like something a king would do.
Well, see, here's the thing. The people made it backfire on him.
Fucking politician.
Because again, obviously you can't vote for the king, right? Okay. We'll vote for his daughter. They voted for the princess. And so the king, I guess he didn't want to be made to look a fool. He accepted the vote. And he sent his daughter to the dragon.
Hey, Barrett, did you get any of your mash?
Yeah, I got a little bit of it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just going to town like wolves over here. Anyway, though.
Yeah, adding these delicious flavor enhancers.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Anyway, and so the king, he doesn't like his own medicine now. So he goes to George. He goes back to George, and it's like, so George, you know how you tamed the dragon and made it calm down and stuff? I need you to do that again. Now George is like, why? You're feeding it, right? That should be the end of the problem. The king lies and tells him, oh, well, the dragon wasn't satisfied with 2 sheep. So it came and took my daughter. You guys over there playing charades. It's the most distracting thing imaginable. Just
You're
talk.
supposed to be a good host.
Yeah,
We're trying to be quiet so you can talk.
It's
Yeah.
distracting.
Dingle.
You're supposed to ignore us.
Stop
You know
staring
what
at
would
us
help
then.
with that? Some hot sauce.
Oh, no, it wouldn't.
Thank you.
What are you doing? What are you-
Stop paying attention to us. Pay attention to the duck.
You're playing
Eat.
charades.
Look at the rubber ducky.
Look at the duck.
we have a duck on top of the camera.
Yes.
Anyway.
Look at the tiny little quack dragon.
So the king lies to George. George thinks that the dragon, well, okay, if it's not just responding out of hunger, it must be evil. It must want to hurt people. So he goes, and in classic saintly fashion, he prays to God. God blesses his lance, and he skewers and slays the dragon.
Poor innocent dragon.
It literally did nothing wrong. It didn't even eat the princess. It literally was like,
I'm here.
what am I supposed to do with this? But anyway, and so,
Play fetch with it.
but here's the thing. So, George slays the dragon and takes its head off because he doesn't know if it's going to get back up or not, and rescues the princess. And the princess tells him, you've been deceived. It was my father who stopped sending sheep and wanting people to be sent. The people revolted and sent me because they were hoping that that would make him, stop sacrificing people. And George is furious. He is like disgusted at this. You know what I mean? So he takes the head of the dragon back to town and he denounces the king as a liar. And he even mounts the head up on the arch in front of the palace. And he says, now no one touch this. I want all of you to look this dead animal in the eye every day. Because he wasn't doing anything wrong. He was just an animal. But you dragged the Lord into this. Because none of you had the courage to tell the truth about your king.
No one touched this lizard.
Well, no, it was a guilt thing. You're supposed to look at it and it's like, it wasn't a bad creature. It was meant to guilt them. Because none of them spoke up against the king. And because of that, now you have a soldier having to bring God into this to destroy an innocent creature. It's like, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Now, supposedly, this head mounted on the wall became the first grotesque, which is often mistaken for a gargoyle. Even though grotesque and gargoyle... Oh, that did not feel good. Grotesque and gargoyles are two different things. They're in different kinds of buildings, and they're meant to do different things. But that is the story of St. George. Dick moved by the king, though, am I right?
Oh, yeah. Totally.
I mean, first of all, 2 sheep are...
Here's my thing.
Okay, I was waiting for someone to jump in and speak.
If you're giving him sheep to the dragon...
2 sheep.
2 sheep.
Every day.
You can train said dragon using food.
The
dragon would be more of an asset to the kingdom to keep it safe.
Because again, keep in mind, it wasn't like an evil creature. It wasn't a demon or something.
You could train it to keep fucking patrol the goddamn lands.
Mm-hmm.
Bandits, go eat them motherfuckers. Invading.
Let's see.
Oh, don't they have a pet dragon protecting? No, we're good. Let's go somewhere. Let's go invade the neighbors.
Oh, yeah, let's see those barbarian hordes when you have Zergo the fire dragon hanging out with you. Am I right?
You mean Trogdor?
I'm thinking Cujo.
What would you... There you go, chat. What would you name your pet dragon?
He was a man. No, he was a dragon man. Trogdor! It's never too late for a Homestar Runner reference.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but no. The dragon wasn't evil. It was all the king. And part of me wants to say, like, okay, I get it. 2 sheep every day. In 1 year, how many sheep would... That is a lot of sheep. I'll give you that. But I still think it's better than the dragon going on a rampage and destroying farms and people and stuff.
No, if you want to sacrifice people...
Why not, like, criminals? Why?
Yeah,
why?
People who steal. People who fucking murder. People who like to touch children.
Yeah, that sounds fair penance. But no, it's like...
I personally think we should bring back the Colosseum battles. Throw a couple people in their dragons.
There you go. No. Make the dragon an attraction. Come to the Colosseum. See Oliver.
Come see my dragon. I think the king is compensating.
Sean would name his dragon Oliver.
That's a basic name.
Talon. Connie, is that a reference to something? I'm not familiar with that name.
Talon Tiberius?
No.
That sounds familiar.
Conan the Dragon.
Conan the Dragon. See, that sounds kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, no. The story of St. George and the Dragon, almost everyone tells it wrong. The dragon isn't the villain. The villain is the king of Libya. Because he valued sheep more than his people. And I'm trying to play devil's advocate for a second. Yeah, okay, you can get a lot out of a sheep. I still can't say, sacrificing a person is worth 2 sheep.
Oh,
Again, unless it's like a criminal or something. Like, okay.
Let's put it this way.
I hope they didn't hear that, but they probably did.
I think the other point of the story is to show that it doesn't matter who you are, what position that you're in, what you believe in, you can be corrupt, regardless of where you're at. Even royals can be corrupted, can be deceiving, can use people, and
the people were just as bad because they went along with it.
and then people can
What's
tend to forget that the power is with them, and that they can manipulate people to do dumb things.
What's the phrase? Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
The other one I
Something
like
like
is phrase wise is hard times create no, what is it? Easy times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. Hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, for the record, if your local politician puts it up to a vote to feed someone to a dragon to save 2 sheep,
Vote for the politician.
uh-huh.
And if they say that can be voted, nah, you'll be surprised. People know where you lives. They can drag you to the said dragons.
Oh, Farscape. It's a Farscape reference. I have not seen Farscape in a long, long time.
I don't even know what that is.
It was a sci-fi show.
I've not seen it for a long time. It was like late 90s.
Yeah. But
I
anyway.
didn't have TV until like I was in like the 5th grade.
But anyway. So that's a specific dragon. We're going to shift gears a little bit here and talk about a more broad spectrum here. What's often referred to as the Chinese dragon. Also known as a lung, a long, and a liang, depending on which dynasty you're coming from. Now, what's interesting...
Warriors?
Those games were awesome once
They
upon a
still
time.
make those.
Yeah, but they don't make them good.
Which one?
Dynasty Warriors. I'm going to be honest with you, they haven't been good since like
Empire 6.
7. 6 or 7. Yeah, 6 or
Empire,
7 is...
It was Empire 6 is the last good one I played.
Yeah. But anyway. Now, what's interesting is that in European mythology, dragons are usually more of an obstacle. Some of them are outright evil.
Metaphorically, they're a symbol of like overcoming hardship.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're usually a challenge for, a gallant hero to defeat.
Which is garbage.
Or a nuclear bomb. Godzilla. Godzilla.
Gojira.
Gojira. Anyway.
Oh, Gojira.
Gojira.
Anyway, and it's kind of funny that they're called Chinese dragons when really they spread all across Korea, Vietnam, Mongolia, Japan, but they're kind of the opposite in the East.
We have to be politically correct. They're Asian dragons. Even though we don't do that shit in this channel.
Yeah, I think politically correct kind of went out the window after he said he had to find his...
I said we have to go save my beaner. And to be fair, we crushed any concept of being appropriate a long, long time ago. For crying out loud, in our very first episode, we were talking about Bigfoot's anus. No, that's why they keep joking about, we're going to get sponsored by Fuego Box someday. Hell no, we're not. I guarantee. Raid Shadow Legends wouldn't even want us to advertise for them.
What if they find us hilarious?
They won't.
Raid Shadow Legends would probably want you to get sponsored by them, just because they want everybody to get sponsored.
Yeah, that's true. If we can't get them to sponsor us, we're doing something wrong.
They want me to get sponsored by them, and I don't even play games.
That is true. He actually has gotten multiple offers.
I keep getting multiple offers.
Yeah, on Twitch. But anyway.
At least once a week.
Hey, I play Raid Shadow Legends.
Okay, then
It's boring.
you can jump on my channel every Sunday and do a promotion for me.
Honestly,
As long as I get part of the cut.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's
Rude.
I tried. No, real quick. I tried it out, and it just was really boring because all the cool characters to unlock.
They're all behind like paywalls.
Yeah, and there's such a huge gap between like rare, mythic, legendary, and shit like that. You ain't getting none of that stuff.
I got a couple. I didn't pay for them.
The ones you get for like doing the campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally
And
it.
there was a couple of ones I got without doing the campaign.
When I played it, I went through the entire campaign. The only mythics I ever got were the ones that it gives you for doing it.
Wait, did you go through the easy?
I didn't pay anything, by the way.
No. Campaign-wise, how far did you get? There's the easy, medium, and hard.
Oh, jeez. I think I got like 3 stars on almost everything.
Anyway,
On the easy, medium, or hard?
I have no idea. It didn't ask me about that.
Asian dragons.
Yes, Chinese dragons. I know them as Liang, but again, the name actually does change depending on which dynasty in China you're talking about. But they're always a symbol of like the heavens and higher planes of existence and stuff like that. Very strongly tied to water, which is weird because in Chinese astrology, water is a bad element. Water represents death. But dragons are these conduits of the higher planes of nobility, purity, things like that. Fun side note, currently in the Chinese zodiac, this is the year of the dragon.
Oh,
I believe it. But anyway, the dragon is always a...
because I'm funny.
No, it's
And good looking.
No, it's because you're hairy as shit. Anyway.
You know what? How about some more hot sauce?
No, I don't actually. Thank you. I'm good.
You know, now I am gonna go out of my way to make sure I get some of the spiciest fucking peppers
But
out
don't
there.
Oh.
tell him.
Oh, like
Oh,
he
exactly.
wasn't already. Like you weren't
No,
already.
I was gonna be lazy about it, but now I'm gonna put like maximum effort up on this fish. Deadpool maximum effort.
Also gotta get him.
Ryan Reynolds maximum effort
See, the
up on
thing
this.
is, though, is like if he makes it spicier, I'm just gonna enjoy it more.
Yeah.
You think you're like, you think you're like, one-upping me by saying, oh, we're gonna get a spicy, super spicy hot sauce for you. No, I'm just gonna freaking enjoy it more.
Anyway, though, now in terms of their appearance, Liangs are always depicted as being
Long.
serpents. Long, that's another name for them. That's literally another name for them. Long. They're just called longs.
But they do have two
They are
hands and
described.
2 feet.
They are described as being a serpent with actually 4 very stubby little legs. And in some of them they have longer legs, but this is actually something you see more when you go into other areas, like Korea or Vietnam. They're usually very stubby little legs.
But master, I can't grab it, and I have short little tiny hands.
Basically, yes. But anyway, they can do a lot of stuff, though. They can...
The T-Rex version of the dragons.
Basically. They can control the weather. They can shapeshift, which is weird, because if they can shapeshift, why don't they just give themselves
Can't
longer
do
arms?
anything with these little flesh nubs.
And this big head! They also have whiskers, really long whiskers.
None of y'all get that reference. I'm sad.
Anyway,
Bad
then.
audience. Bad.
Anyway, but yeah, they've always been a sign of power and regality. And interestingly, they don't have wings, except for one variation that came up around the 2 Han dynasties. There was the Greater and the Later Han dynasties. And during the Han, they had a special kind of dragon that they would use for their symbol that was known as a Qinglong. A Qinglong is a Chinese dragon that has wings. And it's very random and very weird.
Yeah, the other one looks better because they can use the clouds to fly.
Yeah, they don't... Yeah, that's the weird thing. The normal Liangs, they don't have any mode of actual movement in the air. They just float and fly. It's literally just magic.
Yeah, they. That's why they have the little clouds that float.
Yeah,
When you see drawings of them,
in the
the clouds around
clouds.
them, that's what they use to fly.
Yeah.
To carry other objects and stuff like that.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's really weird. And like I said, Liangs spread all through Europe. You can find stories about them in Mongolia, in Korea, Vietnam,
Asia.
in Japan, which is interesting. Japan, because again, historically speaking, the Japanese would take any chance to thumb up their nose to China. In Japan, the Ongs are, first of all, they're called... Let me see here. I'm going to try and pronounce this correctly. I guarantee I'm going to get it wrong.
You're going to butcher it.
Nihon no Ryu is what they refer to dragons.
Isn't it like Ryu or something like that?
Is it pronounced Ryu or Ryu?
Ryu.
Ryu? R-Y-U? Yeah.
Ryu.
Yeah. Nihon no Ryu is...
Dragon of Japan.
Yeah.
Nihon is Japan, no is possessive, and Ryu is...
How do you spell it?
What are you looking for?
The thingy that you were just saying. How do you spell it?
N-I...
N-I-H-O-N
space
space
N-O
N-O
space
space
R-Y-U.
R-Y-U. Go.
It means dragon in Japan.
Oh, volume's off. Sorry. Give me a minute. N-I...
What a horrible speaking voice that...
Nihon no Ryu.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Ryu. It's pronounced Ryu.
That's what I would say.
I agreed with you. Anyway,
I just wanted to see what it said on Google.
in
We have it for a
Japan,
reason.
the no Ryu are usually tied to like natural disasters. Now, to be fair, they're not seen as evil per se. They're seen more as like a force of nature. Like Godzilla.
Godzilla.
I said the word and immediately realized I shouldn't have.
Godzilla. That's also a reference to a movie.
Anyway.
Not a Godzilla movie, but a movie.
Anyway. Now what's interesting though is that even though they're not as good in their depictions in Japan, the term dragon is often still used in a case of respect and power. It's just, unlike in China, it's not necessarily a good power universally. There can be evil dragons. Some people would famously carry the title of dragon to show how important they were. A great historical example is, of course, Masamune Date, the one-eyed dragon of Uso. Who, it's kind of funny, he was actually a really controversial figure in his own time. Today, he's remembered as like one of the greatest leaders Japan ever had.
Yeah,
but he was still referred to as the one-eyed dragon because he lost his eye when he was a child.
Yeah, and he was really good tactician.
He was
a good swordsman as well.
Yep. Hell, his name is synonymous with swords today. But yeah, no, it's really weird because, like I said, in most places. In most of the Asian territories, the dragons are these heavenly, good creatures to have. And then there's Japan where it's like, they're assholes.
Well, of course.
They sank all my boats. What an asshole.
Look at what they did during World War II. They don't talk about that, though.
But no, it's kind of funny how there's this, Japan just has to be different. Anything China does, Japan has to not do that. And I always thought it's kind of funny. But anywho's, yeah, that's the Liang. It's kind of, again, a stark contrast to the European dragons, who ironically are kind of like the Japanese ones. They're not really good or bad. They're just an obstacle.
Unless it's the black dragon. Black dragons are always seen as the evil ones.
Yeah. But anywho's, there is one last... critter I wanted to talk about, and this is a specific dragon again. One of my favorites. Real quick, I'm going to see how the chat's behaving.
What's your guys' favorite dragon movie?
That's the problem, is dragons aren't really ever fairly represented in a lot of media.
Yeah.
Oh, the Dragonheart, the first one.
Oh, the original Dragonheart was fun.
Dragonheart. That was a good one.
Yeah, the original Dragonheart was really good. Honestly, I actually like the Raya and the Last Dragon. Was actually really good.
Aragon was a good one.
The books were
If
cool.
if you didn't read the books and only saw the movie,
Then you're getting like a eighth of the whole story and
an
all
eighth of the
wrong.
book, yeah, but let's
I've
be
read the
honest,
books
most people
and-
won't read the books. They'll just go into the movie.
I would
Like
like the
me.
books more if the author wasn't a pompous jerk.
Yeah, most people are pompous jerks, though.
It's true.
And yet, look whose show he's on.
A pompous jerk that can't handle hot sauce.
Well, now you were gonna chug that, right?
Oh,
No. That's not a chugging sauce. That is a sipping sauce. You have to sip it like a fine.
like a
wine.
fine whiskey.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you are not about to say drink it like a fine gentleman, because you are the farthest thing from a gentleman.
Says you.
Yeah.
Says me!
You have to drink it like a fine wine instead of a box wine.
You don't know what kind of training I went through when I was in Virginia.
Anyway, boys and girls, we're going to be talking about the legendary dragon Fafnir from Nordic and Germanic mythologies. And we actually have a guest who will be joining us.
If he picks up the phone.
Ladies and gentlemen, student of anthropology, we have my little brother Sean here. Can they hear you?
Hello, I'm here.
Can y'all?
Can
y'all?
they hear me?
Well, hold on. We gotta check. Are you picking that up, Bishop?
Okay.
I think we're picking you up good.
Okay,
You have
that's
to
good.
let him talk and I'll just talk over him. And he has to talk.
Yeah, say something. Say something now.
Okay. So,
Yes.
I'm actually taking an entire class on Germanic monsters and dragons. And we just got done talking about the Volsung sagas and the story of Siegfried and Sigurd. And they're the same guy, actually. And a big part of the story of these two knights is, of course, the slaying of the dragon Fafnir.
Yeah. Now, so I was trying to look this guy up, and it's kind of weird because he didn't start out as a dragon.
Yeah, Fafnir himself, he is often just like a footnote in the story of Sigurd, but Fafnir is a really interesting character.
Yeah, he was a dwarf, wasn't he?
Yes, he is a dwarf, and then he has two brothers. One is also a dwarf, and one is like a weird were-otter. I'm gonna be real with you, I did not pay attention to that guy's story.
Now, okay, so
Okay, now I'm interested in the
I know. I was
water
gonna say
thing.
that sounds super interesting.
Yeah, that really does.
okay, so I can actually explain a little bit about that one. So the problem with Fafnir is that he's told in two variations. There's the German legends, and then there's the Nordic legends. And the Nordic is where people mostly know him from. But yeah, he was actually a prince among the dwarves. And as the story goes, when I read it, the Asgardians, Odin, Thor, Loki, all those guys, they were on a diplomatic mission to befriend Fafnir's father, who was, of course, the king. And they wanted a gift to present to the king. And as they were going, they saw this otter playing around in a creek.
Let me guess. Loki turned into an otter to seduce it.
No, Loki shot it in the freaking head and skinned it.
That's even better.
And they brought this otter pelt to the dwarven king.
Pretty metal.
And it turns out, surprise, that was the king's son.
Hey, we want to make relationships with you. Peace treaty.
Well, maybe
Here's your dead son.
Here's the skin of your
I
son.
mean, to be fair, maybe you shouldn't be, like gallivanting around as a wild otter.
He was frolicking in a creek. What is wrong with that?
Well, it's not as bad as Loki being a.
Oh, please.
mother.
Yeah. Yeah, Loki was a mother, all right. Let's put it that way.
He took that deep.
Anyway, and so the story I heard was that the king, after the initial shock and horror of holding his son's skin in his hands, he said that there would have to be a penance. And so they had to the Asgardians had to fill this skin, like it was a sack, with gold. Because I guess the second best thing to having a son is to...
Money!
Yeah, and that's... That
volume in gold.
Yeah. I've heard of something being worth its weight in gold, but damn!
Hey, they shouldn't have any problem. Freaking Odin loved gold.
Anyway, though, but yeah, that's what I know about Fafnir's otter brother. But anyway, yeah, we're not too interested in the bizarre otter brother who got skinned and turned into a gold pouch.
Well, Odin liked gold in the Marvel movies.
We're here for Fafnir the dragon. So can you walk us through this one?
So Fafnir and his brother Regin were also interested in the money and the gold of their father, but the father denied them. He was keeping all of it to himself, especially after what happened with the Asgardians killing his other son. But Fafnir was really not happy with this, and he straight up kills his own father. And then Regin is like, "Oh yeah, let's go, brother. Now we can share the gold." And Fafnir says no, and he keeps all the gold to himself.
And no, it's my gold.
The magical relic, the helmet of fear. It doesn't really come up later again, but he just has stuff like that.
I mean,
and through his greed and corruption, he turns into a poisonous serpent or some sort of dragon.
Yeah, because when I was looking him up, he's sometimes called Fafnir the Worm.
He's very worm-like in a lot of depictions, for sure.
Yeah, he's not your traditional four-legged European dragon. He's more like a serpent.
Digging holes underground.
There's this really cool movie from like 1924, completely silent, 4 hours long. That's an adaptation of Siegfried's story, and they have like a live action, like 6 people pilot it, a big puppet of Fafnir, and it really does shoot fire and it drinks water. I don't think they gave it wings though, so yeah, he's a typical dragon.
That sounds like something you would know about, Bishop.
What was the name of it?
Yeah, do you know the name of it? That sounds really cool.
I do not remember the name of it, but I watched like the first 20 minutes in class. Let me look it up.
Yeah, that sounds freaking awesome.
It's a silent movie. It's in German.
Oh.
It's Der Nibelungen Siegfried, and that's the name of his story in German.
Die Lubben Siegfried?
Nibelungen.
You know what? You're gonna have to just like text it to me later, and we'll look it up.
Yeah, the Nibelung are the people that Siegfried kills and takes their money, so he becomes the Nibelung.
Ah, I'm noticing a trend here in this story. It's kind of relating about greed and killing for money.
Something the human race has been doing forever. Greed is a very powerful motivator.
Okay, but here's the good news. After Fafnir runs off with all the money, he still has his living brother Regin left, and he seeks out the brave Prince Siegfried, who after he forges his own sword, Grom, he takes him out to go fight Fafnir. And by fighting Fafnir, Regin hides off in a corner while Siegfried actually does all the work.
Hey, buddy, I need you to do me a favor. Can you go kill my draconic brother?
That sounds like a lot of work. I'm gonna be honest.
That's not even the half of it, though. So Siegfried puts in the work. He hides in a little valley, a crest in the ground, and waits for Fafnir to crawl over him, and then he jumps out and stabs him in the heart with Grom. And then, in the part of the book called Fafnir's Lay, which means his song, because this is an epic, which means a poem a bard would have like sang this aloud.
Yeah. He
basically gives foreshadowing and just has like a nice chat with Siegfried. It's like, "Oh, you stabbed me in the heart. Here's some exposition, by the way." And what he tells Siegfried.
It all started when my father didn't take me to the zoo. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal, but I was an impressionable little worm at the time.
But what Fafnir says is that, wow, Siegfried, you know my brother's actually gonna betray you too? And Siegfried's like, oh, Regan's a nice guy, I don't think so. And then Regan finally shows up. It's like, hey, Siegfried, rip out his heart and cook it up for me. I'm gonna drink his blood and eat his heart when I wake up from my nap. Alright? I did all the work. Good night. So Siegfried, being the nice guy he is, does this, actually.
Why? Hey, Bishop, do me a favor. I need you to fry up my brother's heart so I can eat it and drink his blood after I take a power nap. Thanks, buddy.
I would do it, but I wouldn't share it. I'd eat it
But
myself.
Siegfried, it's back in the day, but it's important for him to have culinary expertise when he's cooking this up. So he gives the heart a little touch to make sure that it's fully cooked all the way through. And he's not very smart because it's still smoking hot and he burns his finger. But when he puts it in his mouth to, cool off his finger, the birds start talking to him.
He got high as balls.
Damn. Sounds like one of the
You see, by ingesting the power of the dragon's blood, you gain access to the magical realm where he hears Odin's, watchers. They actually aren't talking to him, they're just sort of, poetically lamenting about how Regan is gonna betray him. Now, Siegfried, he's no fool. Fafnir tells him, my brother's gonna betray you, bro, and then he dies. Not gonna listen to that. Some random birds he hears start speaking German to him? Yeah, better trust those. He cuts off Regan's head, eats Fafnir's heart, then eats Regan's heart, and then he bathes in their blood. He does eat and drink both of them, by the way.
God damn!
Completely unprompted, just because some birds told him to do it.
No, not 100. That was 5, over 3,000.
That escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand.
Though, if I had a 3-dimensional awakening and I heard the narrator lamenting my death, yeah, I'm gonna listen to them and do everything to prevent it, even if that means slurp it up my dead buddy. Honestly,
why wouldn't you just listen to Fafnir?
Fuck Fafnir.
He's a serpent. He got the helmet of fear. He's a messed up guy. Maybe. But he was a nice guy. I really can't overstate this. He spends a good chunk of time just talking to Siegfried, giving him the dramatic foreshadowing, even though he was just stabbed in the heart. So honestly, Fafnir's a good guy.
Should have been stabbed in the heart, man. How are you still alive? Stab.
You would have done it again.
I would have kept doing it
because he does eat Fafnir's heart and he bathes in the blood, he becomes super powerful. Well, even more powerful because he's already a strong guy. His skin becomes horny, except for one spot where if you watch the silent film, Fafnir's tail thumps a tree when he's dying, and a leaf falls onto his back where he's bathing in his blood. So it's kind of like the Achilles thing. So he has a weak spot in his back. At the end of the Nibelungen, Hagen, one of the king's consorts, betrays Siegfried and stabs him in his one weak spot. Because he's
always a
bad
woman that
dude.
fucking gets you in the back.
I don't know, man. I mean, Fafnir's brother kind of tipped him over really hard.
So,
I mean, and if
on
you're
the upside,
oh, sorry, go on.
Fafnir kind of is kind of maybe a goodish guy because he did give the foreshadowing to Siegfried. But I do find Siegfried a really interesting character because he's powerful in his own right, but so much of his power comes from tapping in on these monstrous figures. He uses the cloak of invisibility from the dwarf Alberic, and he bathed in the dragon's blood. So he kind of just stole everyone else's power.
He's kind of like Mega Man. He beats these bosses and then he gets their power.
Take the roids, bro.
And then he gets punched in the face by Pharaoh Man.
No, wasn't that Fist Man?
Guts Man.
I don't know. The Mega Man villains are weird. I'm not too keen on them.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The only thing I know from Mega Man is a freaking.
Mean old Mr. Wabi.
Oh, Tara is angry because you mentioned Aragon, and that movie made her mad.
Aragon was the best movie
that
ever
movie
made.
Makes me mad.
So fucking good.
That sucks. It was
And
fantastic. I
if you
liked
want
it.
another
I was hoping
bonus
they would come out
dragon
with the
for
second one.
free,
Oh, we have a bonus dragon. Who else do we got here?
in the story Beowulf, there's an unnamed dragon guarding a set of gold, and he's awoken by a thief that snuck in and stole a goblet.
I always
And,
thought Dragon was his.
It's kind of
son.
actually the story of The Hobbit. Like, Tolkien, like, straight up ripped it off for The Hobbit. So if
Oh,
you've read
yeah.
The Hobbit, you know the final act of Beowulf.
Yeah.
And then also if you've read the final act of Beowulf, you know that Beowulf, like, dies like a chump to this dragon because he's not Siegfried. But what's cool is that Siegfried is actually name-dropped and referenced early on in the Epic of Beowulf after he first slaughters Grendel. So
The
you get
first
that
time.
foreshadowing of the dragon arriving.
Yeah. Yeah, you're thinking...
Other than that, the dragon isn't too interesting in Beowulf. It's just, Beowulf was heavily Christianized by the monks translating it.
Yeah.
So the dragon probably represents a more pagan monster that's like, oh, once you leave God behind and deal with these pagan ideals, that's when you die horribly, like a chump.
See, I mean, personally, I like dragons. I think they're cool. The dragon...
You should eat their heart and drink their blood.
I'm gonna be honest. If I was back in the day, I'm like, wait, hold on. If I stay with you guys, all we got is this talking dude that can walk on water, make water into wine and a bunch of food. Or they have fucking dragons over there? Deuces.
In some of the Apocrypha, Jesus is like a dragon tamer, though.
Yeah, I was
So-
going to say, in the infantile gospel, supposedly he tamed a bunch of dragons.
Yeah,
Which, of course, is not in the Bible. It's
supposedly.
it's a
Jesus
different
is
thing.
way cooler in my fanfic, by the way.
Yeah, fanfic, but not the actual thing.
Oh, God.
I asked the Pope, he said it's canon, by the way.
You spoke to the... You know what? I'm not going to question it.
He's chill with it.
If
You-
You know, I can.
if
I can see
anyone
that.
would talk to the Pope, it would be the resident Lord of Chaos. Am I right, guys?
I can see that. The Pope is a metalhead.
He showed me the secret passageways in Pope Castle.
Pope Castle.
Yeah, that's what they named it. They changed it, by the way. They only tell you that if you're in the know, though.
I need to break into there. I really want to get into that vault that they have underneath.
Which one?
The one that's supposed to have his body.
Well, anyway, thank you, Sean, for chiming in and talking a bit about Fafnir and Sigmund. Is it Sigmund?
So his name is Sigurd in the original Nordic tales, but it gets Germanized to Siegfried. So anything
Sig.
Siegfried, anything like that, you know, that's a reference to our good old dragon slayer.
Yeah.
And I like the name Siegfried better than Sigurd, because Sigurd's like kind of a stupid name.
Yeah, I think Siegfried's a better name. Did he have a friend named Roy, and did they have cats?
Siegfried kind of has like no friends. He is like a real jerk. In his story,
So he's a douche.
he meets Brunhild, who is like a Valkyrie, and she's mean to the king, who the king marries her. So he uses the cloak of invisibility to hold her down so the king could actually have sex with her. That's real.
That is some. God.
Wow.
And
See,
then
they should have been
he
affected
steals
harder.
her ring and her panties, and he gives it to his wife, because he's a jerk. And then he dies for it.
Okay. Well,
Plot
on that
by the way.
on that wonderful note, Sean, I'll see you later, and thanks for being on.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Sean, when are you
Bye-bye.
coming over so we can get you drunk? Priorities. Oh, he's on.
Wow.
Oh, that's a no.
Well, that answers that question, I guess.
God. Wow. I'm. Oh.
So much for taking a bar hopping.
Oh, that was. I'm 90% sure that was an accident, but that was like the most perfectly timed.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I'm.
No bar hopping for him then.
Well, he's a minor.
I thought you said he was coming over when he was 21.
Yeah, that is true.
21st birthday.
Yeah, for his 21st birthday in June, I believe, or August. I can't remember which one it is. I'm terrible with dates.
Yeah, you're not the only one.
Yeah. But anyway, boys and girls, what a weird show it's been.
Yeah. You almost puked. We had
Yeah.
some great sauces.
We did. I
Absolutely
still
delicious.
think this
And
is...
a freaking bomb-ass salsa.
Talked about some dragons.
Talked about some dragons. And I mean, we just scratched the surface because, like I said, dragons are all over the place. They're one of those creatures that every culture has their own variation to them. So I'm sure we'll be coming back to this topic in the near future. I'm sure of it. Oh. Still really scared.
Stop dying.
Yeah.
Don't tell me what to do.
Stop dying.
Anyway,
You dingle.
Choopy, no. Poor Choopy. Anyway, where's Famine?
Fuck famine.
What? No.
Oh! You are so cursed.
Oh, please. What's the worst that's going to happen to me? I've already been to West Virginia.
You.
I'm not
her.
rescuing you next time.
And this is not famine. This is Rosadoo.
Yeah, this is Famine. Here's Famine. Here you are, girl. My girl Famine.
I'm used to throwing the curse thing around, so.
No.
Anyway, boys and girls.
How could you?
My mother's still in the chat. Don't get my little guy drunk. Don't worry, Mom. I won't. Anyway, though. This has been From One Side to the Other. We got the bishop over in the corner.
Hi.
We have the now cursed Jesus.
I'm not cursed.
So
What do you want me to do?
hella cursed.
Slightly cursed.
There's DJ Scraps over in the corner from Kobold's Corner. You can go check
Yeah.
his channel out. What are we talking about next week?
It's a really good question. What's next week?
You know, you've gone like, you've done Europe, you've done Asia, you've done a lot of like American myths. What about African?
Ooh,
African
yeah.
myths and spookies.
Ooh, down to the Dark Continent.
Yeah.
That doesn't actually sound like a terrible idea. You know what? Yeah, let's do that.
There could be
You can
Oh,
talk
there's
about,
a whole mythology of their own down there.
You,
Yeah,
could
that's true.
you could talk about the story of Hyena.
Yeah, hyena,
Can't-
very
You
prominent.
can't do
folklore.
vampires from Africa, though. Because they don't have any. Because the rains are blessed.
Oh my.
That's a song about werewolves, first of all. Second of all, yeah, no, next week we'll be talking about African folklore and mythology. But until then, boys and girls, as always, that hot sauce was terrible. And keep checking the shadows.
Don't you talk about my hot sauce that way.
I just did.